Like, super nice to meet another libertarian. I've been one myself for a long while now. I know there's different flavors and all these things too, but how would you describe yourself? Your beliefs, pragmatic, absolutist, like somewhere in between. Like, where? How do you like? Why? How? How do you feel about the whole thing?
Well, I think it's a label that's better than just calling yourself a conservative. I'm someone who's anti-government. I'm someone who doesn't pay their taxes, but hopefully the people watching this don't see this. uh, Anti-establishment. But when I also describe myself to some people, I just say I'm a free market capitalist. Um, so I think Richard is like that. He's a libertarian, but still on the spectrum, and he's on hardcore. He knows that um, got to be kind of flexible, and you can't just have it one way. And he did that great stream with another libertarian guy that I found interesting. How what
Was
resonated with him.
was that the guy? He had kind of the meltdown too. That one.
I think so. Yeah, he was like a
Kept
skinhead,
talking
I think.
about
Uh,
I just remember the conversation because he was like on the cell phone. He was on the
No, 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 no. That guy
okay.
wasn't libertarian. No, Richard on his own channel, he did a guy with I think a bald guy. I remember he had a "Don't Tread on Me" flag in the back. Uh,
Okay, I'll have to go
so
back and look at that one. I've watched
look for
every
that
single
one.
stream, but I don't for some reason
That,
it's not
that's
coming to
that's the
mind.
only like libertarian themed stream he did, where he actually spoke with someone. They talked about Liberland a lot of, and
Okay.
that was and again, that's where they found common ground, right? So he finds like common ground with different people different ways, but when he spoke with that guy, it was definitely like more political.
And is it like so? Is there certain people you like in the libertarian community, like Peter Thiel, Ron Paul? Like, are there people that you see that like, wow, I wish he was in office, or oh, I hope they do well. I hope they're able to get some, libertarian values, like make sure a lot of stuff doesn't happen, or things like
I,
that.
I don't have a lot of time to follow a lot of their work. Someone I kind of get red pilled on regarding finance, who's like a free market capitalist, but he's obviously like libertarian, is George Gammon, and he posts like
Okay.
R-rated stuff on Odyssey. So he's got like a YouTube channel, George Gammon, and it's very PG. But if you want the R-rated version, you can go to Odyssey. So yeah, I hang out on Odyssey and I listen to some people on there. But yeah, lately especially, I haven't really had a lot of time to follow them. But from my experience with like meeting people, nearly everyone at my at the meetups that I've organized, and nearly everyone, pretty much everyone. I just haven't confirmed it with everyone, but everyone who's lived with me in Hexaco, they were libertarian, like
Hmm.
straight up. Um, so it's very common. So I think
Like,
if you go to meetups. Mhm.
why do you? So I could see there being a lot more libertarian crowd in crypto in general,
Yeah,
and
just crypto thing.
yeah, but like, what makes you think it's so attractive to people in crypto, and what makes it so not attractive to people that I don't know. I mean, you just think people just like the government to take care of them, and they want to rely on all this stuff. Like, do you think culture plays a factor? Like, how?
Well,
What do you
like
think?
I mean, coming from Canada, where people vote for free shit and people want free handouts, um, so like when you talk to crypto people from Canada, like at the meetups that I've done, they're very much opposite of that. They know what it's like. They especially because we have a liberal government. Um, they
Mhm.
know all about all the red tape. They've experienced like all the hassles. They hate the government. They you know
But Justin
they're
Trudeau is so handsome.
I know, and well, anyways, I mean, yeah,
I
screw
like how
him.
that hurts the case. He's like, damn it, I wish he was not so handsome.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, and then yeah, yeah. So just crypto in general attracts those people, and then if you talk about crypto in Canada, it's gonna amplify that more. And then coincidentally, the people that I've gone down to Mexico with, they were also like, here's an example for you. I went down with one of my roommates. I'm not gonna dox him, but he had a tattoo. I just need to remember his name. He had he had a tattoo of Ross Ulbricht's face on his
Oh
body.
wow.
So, you know,
I'm not sure. Is that what that's? I
that's the
guess it's
founder of Silk
signaling.
Road. Oh yeah, so
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I mean I
just
know who he is. I'm just like
yeah,
that's a very complex signal. Um,
yeah. You can interpret it in different ways, but he was, yeah. I found that to be really interesting. Like you really can back up your
oh
ideologies
yeah. Oh yeah.
with
That's a legit marker.
yeah, with the face of that person, and the reason why he's got his face tattooed on his body is because like he was involved in Silk Road, like that overlapped in his life, and he wasn't like selling drugs or anything, but that was a part of his life to some degree, like just being involved with Silk Road, and he just said like that could have been him, um, and he really like um it really like opened his eyes to the government and what they can do, how they responded to Ross Ulbricht. So I think
Yeah.
he became very like anti-government based on the response, and ever since then has been a very big advocate for Ross. Um, I know he supports him any way he can. He's very active, and just wants to see a future that's kind of less that's smaller government, a future that's smaller government. So
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of I would consider myself a pragmatic libertarian. I think we do need certain social programs, like just a minimal amount. We do need a military, of course, which I think is a pretty universal view as far as that goes.
yeah,
Um, I think government can help in certain ways, but it a lot of times the money's just not used for the right things. It's used for poor political favors. It's not going to the people who need it. It's going to whoever the biggest donors are, things like that. So every time we get a new government program, every time we get a new big thing that now creates a bunch more paperwork and bureaucracy and just takes life and consciousness, time, energy away from the people, that just to me it just goes against so many of the founding principles. And just yeah, if you're not bothering people, if you're not bothering anyone, you should be able to do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting other people, violence, all these things. The non-interventionalist thing with libertarian was always interesting to me, where
yeah,
I would never think that I would never consider myself like a non-interventionalist. Interventionalist. God's a hard word to say, uh, but it's definitely appealing in the way that if you want to look to the world as a more peaceful place and you don't want to radicalize other countries and all these things, there's so many benefits to that method. I think there's of course trade-offs and things like that, but the benefits are it almost like when you tell somebody that, oh, you're just, you're a hippie peace flower, you don't want anything. It's like, no, you just don't want to cause more problems than you solve. I think that's the way I look at it.
yeah. Not a lot of people know what libertarianism is. I have to explain it
Or
to
they
any
think you're a gun
girl.
nut. Every time I talk to somebody, oh, you're just a gun nut, or blah 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 vaccines, blah blah
But
blah.
like low key, I am.
Well, not that there's anything wrong with being a gun nut. I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like they
yeah.
think like you're just extreme, like everything goes, like let's just
I
there's
know.
no
Like,
taxes, like they think that's all this stuff.
there's a great meme of being called like a right wing extremist. Meanwhile, your only response is just like don't mess with me. Like just don't don't tread on me.
Naval Ravikant had a great tweet the other day that was there's one side that wants to try to fix everything, and the other side just wants to be left alone. And I thought that was very meaningful. Like,
Yeah, I literally just want to be left alone. That's why a lot of Hexicans, even though people like flex and they say, "Yeah, I want to get a mansion or something." Honestly, when you talk to a lot of Hexicans, especially older Hexicans, all they want out of Hex is to just get like a cabin in the woods and for no one to mess with them. That's what
yes,
I find really interesting. So people, I don't know, maybe from the outside, maybe think we're materialistic, but all I want is a cabin in the woods.
yeah, I think and when it goes back to financial freedom, I know that's the buzzword of the whole industry, but it's that when you have money to take care of yourself, your family, and do what you want to do, spend
Yep.
your time the way you want, no one telling you, how to dress, where to be, what to do, what to go, all that, all this stuff. When you have that, that enables you to be like to reach your own potential, to like your self-sovereignty enables you to be the best version of yourself. And yeah, I think that's what really got me into libertarianism too.
Right.
That's what I feel that in my heart. I want to have the most control over my life possible, and money can help that in a lot of ways. It's a means to an end.